Howdy. Day 1377. Bought some new things today. Look at that. Look at that. Somewhat themed as well. Oh, hello. Interesting. Hopefully it tastes nice. It doesn't taste like arse. Fingers crossed. Yeah, man, work was mad quiet today. Mad quiet. There was really not much going on today. But I guess it's the calm before the storm, because I've been hearing that it doesn't really affect me because I go into work every day. But my workplace has been saying that so for most people, because we used to do, 1 week in, 1 week out, then they scrapped that and they done it so 60-40, so 60% in the office, 40% at home, which roughly looks like 3 days in the office, 2 days at home. So they've condensed it all down into 1 week, which I'm sure I've said more than once. So you're in the office every week, but it's 3 days in, 2 days at home. But particularly over the summertime when we were really busy, they did a thing where they would call on a certain number of people who would have to come in for an extra day. So for many people, it would be 4 days in the office, 1 day at home. Now it looks like they're still going to be continuing that, because apparently the appointments are going to be going up for at least the next couple or few weeks. So and I think that might be across everyone in the office, I think. So people are going to have to come in like an extra day, which many people are not going to be happy with and have expressed displeasure at. Understandably so. Again, once again, doesn't affect me, and this is one of the other reasons why I just come in every day, because I can't be bothered with all this back and forth and getting comfortable with being up at home and then having to be brought in. It's just long. Plus, also, I don't want to be working up at home, as you'll very well know. But yeah, so that should be fun. But yeah, today was cool. Oh, that was it. I dealt with one customer today who I was really able to help out, which I was really, really happy for. It was under unfortunate circumstances, like they needed stuff to be dealt with because, there's an unfortunate circumstance that happened, which I do hope things work out for them, and I do hope things improve. It's not even so much for them, but family member, and I really hope things do work out and they get better soon. But yeah, it was nice that, they came in and obviously they explained, and initially I thought I wasn't able to do anything, but I kind of asked around and asked the relevant people, and there seemed like a chance, and they brought stuff with them which was obviously going to help their cause. Yeah, I was a bit dubious, not because of what they brought in, but just I didn't know if it was going to be able to be pushed through. And then there seemed to be a bit of light, and then things got shut down. But then I was like, hold on, that doesn't sound right. So then I asked someone else. I was like, hold on, surely this ain't the case. And they were like, no, I think you're right, as in me, not the person that I'd asked who kind of shut me down. And I was trying to think would I go back to them, or would I speak to, because it was a manager. I was like, do I go back to the manager and say, oh, well, I've spoken with someone and what you said doesn't sound right, or they've told me this isn't right. Now, when I spoke with this other person, I don't know if this other person messaged the manager or not, because I had the manager come up to me. He's like, oh, I told you, just give me 5 seconds, just give me 5 minutes, And they went away and they came back and they're like, oh, yeah, I think we can do it. So then, there was a ray of hope. And then they took it, because that manager then had to go to another manager to authorise this. And they took the documents that I had and they went away. And then I continued doing what I was doing. Then the manager came up maybe like 5 or 10 minutes later, and they called me over, and I saw the look on their face. I was like, oh, this doesn't look like it's good. They came over and they were like, yeah, the manager said no because of this thing. Basically, it was to do with dates. So the documents that I'd been provided was from a few days ago, but the senior manager read it as it happened earlier on in the year. As it came to turn out, it was just because of the country that the documents were from. They used the stupid American formatting of month, date, year, which is obviously wrong. Day, month, year, not the other flipping way around. I don't know why Americans do that. It's really annoying. I hate it. But this country did the same formatting as the Americans, so obviously the senior manager had read the dates wrong, so they thought the person was trying to pull a fast one, but it turns out they weren't. So I don't know if they were really scrutinizing or trying to pick holes because it was me, or just because they're just like that. Don't know. But anyways, moving on. But then obviously me and the manager established like, no, this is just how they format the dates. And then it was cool, and then we were back on, and then everything was taken care of, and I kept an eye on things, and it managed to get sorted, and I managed to facilitate what the person needed. Now, granted, I'm sure if it was anyone else, for the most part, it probably would have been dealt with. You know, it might have taken a bit longer, or there might have been more bumps in the road. But yeah, I think anyone probably would have done what I did in my position. So I didn't do anything special per se, but I guess what I'm saying is I'm glad I was the one to be able to facilitate what this person needed. Service. Acts of service. To serve is a beautiful thing, particularly if there's a positive outcome. So that was my highlight. That was my good deed of the week. I was really happy for it, and just to see the look on their face, and to be able to even just complete it, to be given a task and to complete a task successfully is it's a good thing. It's a good thing. So yeah, man, my highlight of the day. So can kind of hold my head high for that one, you know. So yeah, man. And actually, I guess it speaks to a point of, you know, doing good stuff for people. The older I get and the more I progress, the more I think that I don't know if it's a selfless thing. I really think it probably is a selfish thing for all intents and purposes, but maybe that's not too much of a bad thing, you know. Even if I'm being selfish, if I'm doing a good thing, then it's probably not that bad. Because I do wonder, like, how possible is it to be completely selfless? Or, more of a pertinent question, how possible is it for me to be completely selfless? Because when it all boils down, like, what it boils down to, I think, is, you know, me doing this stuff because it makes me feel good. And, you know, yes, this person may be really happy, but what am I deriving from it? Even if I'm not getting any monetary goods from it, or I'm not getting any kind of favors out of it, it's still me. What do I derive from doing this thing for this person? I seem to keep tracing it back to just being selfish, but, you know, maybe this is a good form of being selfish, maybe. I don't know, man. But anyways, I digress. Crypto market's pulled back a bit, which means, should I fling my money somewhere? I don't know. I'm very tempted though. Yeah, we'll see. Shoot, right, running out of time. Need to upload. It's day 1377. I'll catch you tomorrow for day 1378.